All right, time to talk about it. Rivalry weekend. I'm just do Ohio State, Michigan, this video, then probably Georgia Tech, another video. But Ohio State fans, boy, they miserable, dog. Like right now, I mean, which is and me, I'm gonna just be real. If Georgia would have lost to Georgia Tech, and I know it's a pride thing, because I'm not on that field. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on all that, planting flag stuff, coach. That's soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, plant the flag. Do what you gotta do. You came in our house and you did what you had to do. You deserve to plant your flag, dog. That's just being real. Like, and like I said, I'm not a player, and I'm not the one that getting bruised up on the field and getting injured and cut open and hit every play. You know what I'm saying? So I understand the emotions, but as a fan, dog, I'm all for it. If Georgia Tech would have came in the Athens Sanford Stadium after Georgia won, 31 home games in a row or something like that, ain't lost the home game since 2019, and a night game at that, and Georgia, the 7th ranked team, you know what I'm saying? And they Georgia Tech ain't won since 2015 versus Georgia, or 2016. Like, if they would have planted their flag, they deserve it. Like, you going to 8 overtimes or just them winning in general. Like, they deserve to plant their flag. Like, yes, I would have been salty because I don't want to lose to Georgia Tech. You know what I'm saying? Or lose the game in general. But the way to stop that is to win the game. So, Ohio State players were showing more fight after the game than they was during the game. Like, hey, man, that's bad. But I would say this, like, I was very wrong. I was very wrong. I admit, sometimes I be wrong every now and then, but 80% of the time I be right. I said, like, before the game, leading up, I was like, man, Michigan, rivalry games, this and that. But I was like, bro, Ohio State is home. Michigan can't pass the ball vertically for 10 yards accurately. You know what I'm saying? And I still was right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how is Michigan, like, they gonna score? Unless, like, give it, granted, like, Will Howard throw pick sixes and stuff, or fumble the ball, you know what I'm saying? Like, granted, which is that did happen. But I'm like, bro, how is Michigan gonna really score for 4 quarters, on Ohio State? Leading up to the game, I was like, oh man, Ohio State, they finna smack Michigan, then they finna smack Oregon, then they finna get crowned as a natty favorites, and everybody gonna hype them up, saying they by far the best team, this and that. I said that, you know what I'm saying? And I thought that before the game. And when the game happened, like, when I'm looking at this game, I'm like, man, like, first quarter go by, nothing. Second quarter go by, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. 10-10 at halftime. I'm like, Michigan finna do it. I said at halftime, I'm like, I'm driving on the way back from Panama City. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, Michigan finna do it. They finna do it. Like, Ohio State ain't put them away yet. And Will Howard throwing interceptions. Should have been pick sixes. And Ohio State kicker missing. They missing field goals at the 29-yard line, 33-yard line, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, Ohio State, they giving the game away. Ohio State giving the game away. Third quarter go by, still nothing. Fourth quarter go by. I'm like, oh, Michigan finna do it. I'm like, Michigan finna come into Ohio State and win the game. And Michigan got to the 3-yard line and threw an interception. I'm like, bro, they just sold the game. In my head, I'm like, that's game. Like, Jet saw he picked it off. I mean, he had a float over his head. He threw it directly, and Jet saw he caught the ball. I'm like, that's game. Like, Michigan just choked at the 3-yard line. At the 3-yard line, you did all that, and you, on the first play, you know what I'm saying, you need to call a screener. Which is, it can't blame it. I mean, you can't blame the play calling, but the play was there. I mean, that was the quarterback fault. You know, if you throw a lob pass, that's a easy touchdown. You know, if dude catch it. But I'm like, at that point, I'm like, man, that's game. Like, Ohio State finna win the game. But no, Ohio State get the ball back and does nothing with it. Absolutely nothing with it. Absolutely nothing with it. Michigan gets the ball back. What is like 5 minutes left? Something. It's like 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left or something. And they just milk the clock. Drain the clock. Pick up first down, pick up this, pick up that. They kick the game with a field goal. And Ohio State gets the ball back and does nothing with it. You know, of course, you know. And Ohio State had to waste a timeout. You know, because they had 12 men on the field. They had to waste two back-to-back timeouts. You know, that's got a penalty. You know, it's just a bad game. And like, that's 4 in a row. And this Michigan team is horrible. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, this Michigan team, like, right now, I mean, yeah, you can say Georgia, you know, and I thought Georgia was going to be the laughing stock. I'm going to talk about that game. But right now, on a neutral site field, Georgia Tech is better than Michigan. That's just facts. Like, Georgia Tech had a harder schedule than Michigan had. I mean, literally, Michigan didn't even play Penn State this year. I mean, Michigan had Texas. I mean, okay, but they got Texas home. I mean, Michigan had Ohio State and Texas. Georgia Tech had Miami. Say what you want about Miami, but they was looking like the ACC championship favorites. Miami, Notre Dame, and Georgia. That's all three off rip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's 3 games right there. And like I said, Georgia Tech, Michigan probably was I don't know. But I will say this, Michigan pass game was non-existent all year. Besides when they played Northwestern and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Northwestern. But all year they ain't had no pass game. And Georgia Tech at least got some offense. You know what I'm saying? They got some playmakers. And they got a pass game. Haynes King is decent. I mean, he's not an elite thrower, but he can get the job done. And definitely he got heart. And definitely when it's time for him to run the ball and when they stuff they do. But I'm going to speak more about the game. But this is more about Ohio State, Michigan. Like, 4 games in a row equals 4 losses. And this wasn't no, oh man, Michigan was a good team. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Will Johnson didn't even play. Like, literally, all this talk, I be hearing it every year. I come on here every year and say, oh, all I hear is how Ohio State have all these elite wide receivers, all these 5-star and high-ranked 4-star wide receivers, and all you can muster is 10 points at home. And Michigan best corner didn't even play. Will Johnson didn't even play in this game. And you telling me you got Jeremiah Smith, who I've been hearing about is the best wide receiver in college football. Cornell Tate, who I've been hearing about is a top 10 wide receiver in college football. You got all year I've been hearing about the best running back duo in Quinshawn Judkins and Travion Henderson. You know, all this. And granted, I'm just talking, you know what I'm saying? This is a recap. But the way it is in college football, like Alabama got 3 losses and they still got a chance for a national championship. But it ain't over with, you know, because it's 2 things. Ohio State can very well get smacked in the playoffs, whoever they play, whether it's Tennessee, Alabama, or you know, Notre Dame, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They can get smacked. And Ryan did get fired after that game. or forced to resign and be offensive coordinator or something. Or, they can win that championship or play in the national championship. That's just a sad truth. So it's not in a real for Ohio State fan. I know it hurt because I would have been hurt if Georgia lost to Georgia Tech. But I know it hurt worse for y'all because there's 4 games in a row with Michigan. This Michigan team is horrible. But I will say this, like, it's not over for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all still got a chance, you know what I'm saying, to regroup, get healthy or whatever, And luckily, it might play in y'all advantage. Like, now you can watch Oregon, Penn State beat up on each other, that's what I want as a Georgia fan. Like, I want it to be Alabama and Texas in an SEC championship game or whatever, and watch them compete and beat up on each other. I didn't want Georgia playing the SEC championship, but it is what it is. So this could work out in Ohio State favor, although it hurt as of right now and for the next few weeks until the playoff starts. But this could very well, help Ohio State with the seeding. You know what I'm saying? With the seeding and the get healthy and all that. Because, Ohio State could very well end up playing Indiana again. Could very well end up playing Indiana. Or, somebody. Or SMU. Well, I don't know. I don't know if SMU going to make the playoffs or whatever. But you get what I'm saying. Like, that loss could actually help them avoid playing, Alabama first round or second round. Depending, I don't know if they were to beat Oregon in the Big Ten championship. You get what I'm saying. Like, the seeding could help, but that was a bad loss though. Like, you got offensive coordinator Chip Kelly, offensive minded. Your coach is an offensive minded head coach, Rant. It's supposed to be a guru. And you muster up 10 points at home. You know what I'm saying? 10 points at home with the team, other team, best corner out, And what made it ironic is you ran Kyle McCord off saying he was too soft, he wasn't a quarterback. And he went to Michigan. You know what I'm saying? He went to Michigan. Although you say he had Marvin Harrison Jr. and all them, okay, cool. He had Marvin Harrison Jr. in the Mecca. But still, like, that's bad, man. That's bad, dog. And y'all ran him off and got Will Howard, and I was getting hyped that Will Howard, he's playing better than Carson Beck and all this, and I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just talking junk. I'm just stating facts or whatever. Somewhat opinions. I don't know. But Ryan, they got to do something. Because they want him gone. The Ohio State fans want him gone. Like, they threaten him and everything. Hey, the Ohio State fan want him out of there. They sick. They finna start riding in Ohio and Columbus. So I'm going to say this. Like, if he don't make a run in the playoffs, like, if he get bounced first round in the playoffs, definitely an embarrassing style. Like, he gone. Like, the only thing that will save him right now is if he win the national championship. That would definitely save him. That would definitely save him his job. Or he has to make the national championship. That's just what it is. And think about it. I'm gonna do a prediction video, but James Franklin has a chance to have the same amount of Big Ten titles as Ryan Day. That just, hey. But I'm gonna end the video there. I'm gonna soon talk about Georgia Tech. But yeah, Ohio State fans check in, Michigan fans check in, and everybody else just check in with me. Let me know what y'all think.